All right, we're in a FL5 Civic Type R. This is owned by Eric, who runs the Fast In, Fast Out track organization that we're running with today here at Sonoma Raceway. Full list of mods in the video description, but I just drove my Integra Type S, did a 49 flat. Very curious how this compares. This has the same suspension, Ohlins Road and Track, although I'm not sure what the spring rates are. Mine has higher spring rates than Ohlins offers from the factory, and we're running RT660s, 275 all around, so 10 mil wider than mine. But we also have a custom tune, so this is making around 340 wheel horsepower on the stock turbo. This also has some other suspension supporting mods, big Aero, big splitter, big rear wing. I would assume this should be at least a second faster than my car, but we'll see. really clean laps, but on the semi-clean lap I had, 49.25, 0.24 seconds slower than my Integra Type S, but this car is definitely faster. Biggest difference is the high-speed stability. The overall cornering speeds of this car are just a little bit higher, and beyond that, it feels more direct in its responses, even at lower speed. I think that must come down to whatever supporting suspension mods Eric has done. I actually think my Integra Type S seems to have a bit more low-end and mid-range torque. I felt a little bit more turbo lag in this car for some reason. But overall, these cars feel so similar. I was immediately able to hop in with less than 20 minutes behind the wheel and basically match my Type S time. I think moral of the story is, regardless of whether you go Type S or Type R, they're basically the same car, especially if you put the same suspension parts on both cars. I do really enjoy this aftermarket seat though. I'm sitting a bit lower. I'm held in much better than in my Type S stock seats. And overall, the car just feels a little bit more purposeful. I drove this car with VSA fully off, aka pedal dance, even though I was told that long press, which keeps the torque vectoring on, is faster. I wanted to keep it apples to apples between this car and my car in terms of the drive modes. It's such a good car. The fact that he can daily drive this, which he does, I daily drive mine, excellent comfort, tons of space, and then you can drive it to the track in comfort and do some pretty blistering lap times for a front wheel drive family car. So a big shout out to Eric and to Fast In, Fast Out. Check them out in the link in the video description. I'll see y'all next time.